And welcome to the July 17th town board meeting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Pat, if you'll call the roll.
Councilman Whalen?
Here.
Councilman Standard? Here. Councilman Romano?
Here.
Councilman Walwick? Here. Supervisor Beck?
Here, entertain a motion to approve town board meeting minutes of 7/3.
So moved.
Second.
By Mr. Romano, second by Ms. Wallowit. Discussion. Okay, Pat?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard? Yes. Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Walwick? Yes. Supervisor Beck?
Yes, communications and announcements. I have a couple been assigned, a couple of announcements this evening. Pat? First is our next blood drive here at the Town of Clifton Park that Pat coordinates in the town clerk's office. It'll be Wednesday, August 9th. Wednesday, August 9th, noon to 6. To schedule an appointment, you can call Pat O'Donnell at 371-6681 in the clerk's office. So if you can give some blood here to the Red Cross, please do so on August 9th. Also, Fiddler on the Roof. Now, how were the first couple of shows, Pat? I know the Friday night never rained.
Never rained. It was great.
Yeah, I know it was supposed to rain about 8, but it didn't.
We had 600 programs for this weekend, and we don't have any programs.
Wow.
So, we had a lot
Great.
of people. A lot of people.
So this is the performance by the not-so-common players, Fiddler on the Roof. It occurs at the outdoor stage at the Common, Friday through Sunday. But if you miss this weekend, there's always next weekend, July 20th through the 23rd, 8 o'clock each evening. And like I said, it's out here in the Common at the outdoor stage. So come out and see some great local theater. It is free of charge, and they do a great job. So come out and check it out. Also want to extend our thanks to the many people that had a hand in ensuring that the July 4th festivities were a success. It was a very smooth day from start to finish. Large crowds for the parade and the fireworks as always. Just a lot of people to thank, but town hall staff, policing agencies, and many people that support the event. We thank all of them for their assistance. This year the weather was just perfect. No threat of rain whatsoever, and of course that makes things a little easier throughout the day as well. So all in all, a great event. And I'd like to remind Mike Handerhan that the next one is a mere 350 or so days away. So making sure he's gearing up. Any other communications or announcements? We only have several resolutions tonight and no presentations. So just have a few fairly short agenda. Pat, if you could read through the resolutions, and we'll consider each one individually.
A resolution authorizing conversion work on 2 new security vehicles to install warning lights, lettering, striping, radios, etc. per the quotation. Whereas the Public Safety Security Department requested quotations for conversion work on 2 new security vehicles, and whereas Upstate New York Plow and Truck Body LLC submitted the low quote for the conversion work on 2 vehicles, and whereas Louis Pasquarello, Director of Public Safety, recommends that Upstate New York Plow and Truck Body LLC, Old Loudon Road, Latham, be authorized to do the conversion work as a low bidder for the amount not to exceed $5,890.71 each, or a total of $11,781.42. Now, they can resolve that Upstate New York Plow Body LLC, Loudon Road, Latham, be hired to do the conversion work on 2 new security vehicles as outlined, and be further resolved that the authorization is hereby granted to the controller to transfer an amount not to exceed $5,700 from account, I think you have to transfer $11,000. It's 57 for one.
No, we only need 57.
Oh, you only need 57? I'm sorry, okay. from account in those line items at this stage. A resolution awarding the bid for the improvements to Martin Jewett Park of the Capital Local Park District, whereas bids for safety netting, chain link fencing, and wood rail fencing posts and related equipment were opened on June 20, 2017, and whereas Sienna Fence Company, Round Lake, New York, submitted the low bid in the amount of $50,230 in response to the bid documents, and whereas Supervisor Barrett recommends awarding the contract for safety improvements, including safety netting, fencing, and related equipment to Sienna Fence Company, Inc. as the lowest responsible bidder. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board acting as commissioners for the North Hill Park District hereby awards the contract for safety netting and related improvements at Martin Jewett Park to Sienna Fence Company, Inc. as per the bid documents attached in an amount not to exceed $50,230 to be paid from, and those lines are listed. A resolution authorizing the hiring of a full-time laborer for the Park Senior Community Center, whereas Supervisor Barrett has identified the need for a full-time laborer in the Park Senior Community Center, and whereas Donovan Ryan has been employed as a part-time laborer at the Clifton Park Senior Community Center since March 2017, and whereas Supervisor Barrett has recommended that Donovan Ryan, Cemetery Road, Clifton Park, be hired to fill the full-time position. Now, therefore, be resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the hiring of Donovan Ryan as a full-time laborer for the Clifton Park Senior Community Center at grade 3, step 1, $17.52 per hour, effective immediately with an estimated amount of $17,000 to be paid for the remainder of the year with transfer fund, and those lines are also listed. A resolution authorizing the removal and relocation of 3 streetlights and poles along the Clifton Country Road in the vicinity of the Village Plaza redevelopment project. Whereas the Village Plaza redevelopment project work requires that pedestrian and on-street parking improvements be made within the public right-of-way of Clifton Country Road, and whereas the work will require the removal of 3 existing streetlights along a portion of Clifton Country Road by NYSEG, and further identified as pole numbers 5, 6, and 7. And whereas new streetlights with an electrical service feed in the vicinity of the Village Plaza redevelopment project will be required for the completion of construction for the Village Plaza redevelopment project. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorizes NYSEG to remove the 3 lights from the west side of Clifton Country Road and install new electrical service feeds and lights in the vicinity of the existing poles to be removed once right-of-way construction is substantially completed, and be it further resolved that the new streetlights shall be included within the town's existing lighting account with NYSEG, and be it further resolved that the Director of Planning is authorized on behalf of the town to transmit a certified copy of this resolution to NYSEG, along with associated location mapping of the light pole and cover letter transmittal for the request. A resolution authorizing the hiring of Brendan Miller as the Adventure Challenge Facilitator and John Craig as Assistant for the summer 2017 season. Whereas Marla Kramer, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs, has identified the need for staff to conduct the Adventure Challenge course for 2017. And whereas Ms. Kramer has recommended that Brendan Miller, Hidden Valley Lane, Boston Lake, be hired as an Adventure Challenge Facilitator for the 2017 Project Adventure Program. And whereas Ms. Kramer has also recommended that John Craig, Petrulia Lake, Boston Lake, be hired as Adventure Challenge Assistant, that it be resolved that Brendan Miller be appointed as a facilitator effective immediately through August 31st, 2017, to be paid from facilitator $28.25 per hour, and be further resolved that John Craig be appointed as Adventure Challenge Assistant effective immediately through August 31st, 2017, to be paid from assistant $14.50 per hour. A resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at a business gathering to be held in Collins Park Pavilion on July 27, 2017, whereas Catherine Farris and Arcadis are hosting a gathering on July 27, 2017, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., and whereas a request has been received for permission to serve alcohol in the form of beer and wine at the event, now therefore be it resolved that Catherine Farris and Arcadis are hereby authorized to serve beer and wine at a gathering at Collins Park Pavilion on July 27, 2017, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., consistent with the terms of the permit application received in the Office of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs. A resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at a gathering to be held at Collins Park Pavilion on July 29, 2017. Whereas Elizabeth Dane, Sylvan Lane Country Park, is hosting a gathering on July 29, 2017, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., and whereas a request has been received for permission to serve alcohol in the form of beer and wine at the event, now therefore be resolved that Elizabeth Dames is hereby authorized to serve beer and wine at the gathering at Collins Park Pavilion on July 29, 2017, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., consistent with the terms of the permit application received in the Office of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs. A resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at a gathering to be held at Collins Park Pavilion on July 20th, 2017. Whereas Michelle Lira of Wildwood Court, Brooklyn Park is hosting a gathering on July 20th, 2017 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And whereas a request has been received permission to serve alcohol in the form of beer and wine at the event, now therefore be resolved that Michelle Lira is hereby authorized to serve beer and wine at a gathering at Collins Park Pavilion on July 20th, 2017 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. consistent with the terms of the permit application received in the Office of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs.
Thanks, Pat. Are there any questions on the resolutions? Okay, Pat, you can read the headings and we'll consider each resolution individually.
Resolution number 179 of 2017, a resolution authorizing conversion work on 2 new security vehicles to install warning lights, lettering, striping, radios, etc. per the quotation.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mr. Whalen. Lou?
It'd be nice to get these vehicles in service. Should have it done if the equipment arrives within 4 to 6 weeks. And we'll put them in service.
Can they shorten that time frame at all? Or
Pardon me?
can they shorten that time frame at all?
Well, it all depends on the equipment once they get it ordered.
All right, we can let them know tomorrow
Yep.
that it's been approved, and quicker the better.
Right.
Okay, very good.
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Stengel?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Wallowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 180 of 2017, a resolution awarding the bid for the improvements to Martin Jewett Park on behalf of the Longfield Park District.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Romano, second by Ms. Wallowitz. This is culmination of a few different meetings that we've had internally and also with representatives of the Longfield Park District. There's a baseball field. This is mainly due to the baseball field that's closest to the road at Martin Jewett Park up off Longfield Road. And there's really 2 main issues that we're trying to address here. One is the proximity of the first base bench to the road, and ensuring that there is an acceptable safety barrier between the road and the benches and where spectators might be sitting. And also foul balls leaving the field. We will be installing netting around the outskirts of the current fencing. So basically, it would go from where the one bench ends. If you look at bench goes this way, the fence goes this way, and the benches go perpendicular. Where that bench ends, around the backstop to the other side of the field, about where that bench ends, that's where approximately where the netting will be installed. Since the bids were let, in a meeting with the Park District, they did request a couple of sections of tall fencing to go between the baseball field and the playground. Now the playground's a little further down off the third base side, but after discussing that with them, decided that it would be a good course of action to have some fencing separating the playground and the field as well, to make sure that everybody is as safe as possible. We want to continue to have kids playing at this field. A lot of work has been completed at this field in recent years, so we want to see the play continue. It's typically older kids, teenagers, 17, 18, 16 year olds playing at this field, which obviously leads to an increase in, from a percentage basis, on how many balls can leave the field and could possibly get into the road or get into other areas of the park. So we want, for the long term, we want this field to be useful and safe to motorists, park goers, and the spectators, as well as the players themselves. And that is the reason for these fairly substantial safety upgrades at this field. So we've alerted Sienna that they are the lowest bidder. We want to get this work completed as quickly as possible. And like I said, for the long-term use of the field, this is an absolutely necessary step to take. Okay, any discussion? Beth?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowitz?
Yes.
Vice Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 181 of 2016, a resolution authorizing the hiring of a full-time laborer for the Clifton Park Senior Community Center.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Ms. Wallowit. We recently hired Sue Leonard as the Senior Center Director. Sue has begun her time with us and has settled right into the job as we knew she would. So now we're looking at our other needs at the center. The center is a little different than other town entities that we operate. And we just assumed operational responsibility for the senior center in December of 16, for those that don't know that. As we learned the schedule, the ongoing schedule of the center, and have since added many programs and activities, we saw that it was important to have coverage into the early evening hours. Now, our security officers have done a great job making sure that the facility is open when it's supposed to be open, locked when it's supposed to be locked, and they've been a consistent presence at the center. Having somebody employed there full-time, working 11 to 7:30, will do a few things. One, will provide somebody on site to do various tasks during the day, and also provide that early evening coverage into that 7:30 time frame, which is very important. Anything after that, and as you get into the past 7 o'clock, there's not a plethora of activities scheduled at the center. So having somebody there till 7:30 will cover just about all the needs that we'll have as far as needing somebody on site to make sure that we are overseeing the facility properly and the facility is secured at the end of the activities in the evening. This position as a laborer will do various tasks: room setup and takedown, cleaning, and they be responsible for the immediate grounds surrounding the senior center. That would refer to cleanliness as well as placing rock salt and shoveling sidewalks in inclement weather. The other good thing about having this person on site is right now, first thing early in the morning, our Buildings and Grounds Department is at the senior center to take down or set up rooms for the day. This position will be able to take care of those chores before the center is secured in the evening. So that will, so we're not only going to relieve some responsibility from our security staff, but also from our Buildings and Grounds Department. And I know both those departments will welcome that change, particularly in the warmer months when those two departments are just running nonstop for the entire week. So this is a very important position to the center now and well into the future for all those reasons. It gives us continuity of the employees in the operation, which I think is also very important. Now, Donovan has been working part-time at the senior center for a few months. He's here this evening. How you doing, Donovan?
Good, very good.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
So he already knows the facility, he knows the job. He's very familiar with the overall operations of the center, the schedule, the other employees, people in other departments where we need to coordinate, security, buildings and grounds, and others. So again, somebody that can step right in and make sure that we have a smooth transition with the new employee and again provide some increased oversight at key hours without having to call upon security. Any questions, discussion? Okay. Overall, very pleased with how this center is operating at this point. As I mentioned, we continue to add programs and activities. Our first trip, day trip, is, I think we're up to 40 people that have signed up, so we're almost full on the first trip. Sue is getting our other goals that we've set for the center. She's getting those new initiatives in place. And so there'll be many more exciting things occurring at the Clifton Park Senior Community Center. Okay, Pat?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Wallet?
Yes.
Councilman Barron?
Yes.
Resolution number 182 of 2017, a resolution authorizing the removal and relocation of 3 streetlights and poles along Clifton Country Road in the vicinity of the Village Plaza redevelopment project.
Second?
Moved by Mr. Whalen, second by Mrs. Standard. John?
Yes, as part of the Village Plaza
The
redevelopment.
microphone over there?
No, I don't see it.
Oh, you know where it is? It's on the top. See?
Oh, you gotta
Way up.
stand up, I guess. That's a little clue for you.
Not a problem.
The room was used by
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Camp today. They
As
said
part of
everything up.
Started our gaming camp that we do every year with RPI.
As part of the Village.
Take it away, John.
All right. As part of the Village Plaza redevelopment project, there's certain pedestrian improvements, concrete sidewalks adjacent to the multi-use path, and some parking enhancements along Clifton Country Road within the public right-of-way that will be occurring. So 3 of the street poles are actually in the area of disturbance for those improvements, and as a result, they're going to be relocated within the vicinity of the current location, but out of the area of construction.
Okay, very good. Can you bring that down, or did they,
No, it'll come here.
or is it trapped back there?
I think we're good.
There we go. Okay, very good. Matt?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Rowland?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 183 of 2016. A resolution authorizing the hiring of Brendan Miller as an Adventure Challenge facilitator and John Craig as assistant for the summer of 2017 season.
So moved. Second?
Moved by Ms. Wallowitz, second by Mrs. Standard. So where are we with the Adventure Challenge, Myla?
The program is going this week,
Bring that a little more.
the better.
There you go.
It's going this week and the next 2 weeks following. Brendan, who we recommended, has worked for us for the past few years at the rec camps. He's at full day this year. And he, as part of his PE studies, he's now a PE teacher. As part of his studies was doing and sort of learning about the Adventure Challenge courses. And his assistant, John, was similar, same degree, and he has experience with belaying. And so we had the program start off today. We have 19. We started off with 17 and this morning, but we had 2 more kids come on today. So we have 19 kids in the camp this week.
Very good. Yeah, Pat?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowe?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, do we need to backfill that position since he's transferring to this activity?
I don't think so, because I spoke to him about his hours and we're working, actually meeting with staff over at Full Day, and Laura Hughes is joining us to talk about sort of some support that they might need. I think Lori and I are going to be sort of helping out in a couple of different areas over the next week or two. But it seems that there's a few counselors who've worked for the camp for a couple of years who are studying to be PE teachers, and they're very interested in learning about it. So last week, Brendan was working with them on sort of helping out for the few hours that he's not there during the day. But he gets there by 12:30, so he can do programming in the afternoon.
Okay, good.
Resolution number 184, 2017, a resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at business gathering to be held at College Park Pavilion on July 27, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whalen, second by Ms. Wallowit. And while we're talking about this, I do want to thank Arcadis. They're going to be doing a cleanup of the Ushers Road and Van Patten trails coming up next week. So we appreciate them doing that. Obviously, it has nothing to do with this resolution, but a reminder of nice effort by a Clifton Park company. Okay?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowe?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 185 of 2017, a resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at a gathering to be held at College Park Pavilion on July 29, 2017.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mr. Whalen. Discussion?
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowe?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 186 of 2017, a resolution authorizing alcoholic beverages to be served at a gathering to be held at College Park Pavilion on July 20th, 2017.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mr. Whalen. Okay.
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowe?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, any other business to come before the board this evening? Okay. We'll go to public privilege. If you'd like to speak on a town matter, please raise your hand. We'll ask that you come forward. State your name and address for the record, and please keep it to 5 minutes or less. Are there any takers this evening? No? Okay.
A motion to adjourn?
Second by Mr. Whalen.
Councilman Whalen?
Yes.
Councilman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Romano?
Yes.
Councilman Marlowe?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, thank you.